Hi everybody, welcome to Materia D&D where we play D&D our way. This is session 94 of our continuing adventure where the Menagerie have seemingly thwarted the plans of a coven of covens, so 9 different hags working together to harvest the souls of a region in Khaled that surrounds the city of Greenhill. Where they had discovered that this was the site where their matron was banished thousands and thousands of years ago by different deities and had forever warped the land in this area. However, through all their adventuring and uncovering and, well, latest conflict with the last remaining coven, the Vermin Hag, the Fellwater Hag, and Zarya, who became apparent to be the trophy hag. Um, while they had managed to slay their foes, the true driving force behind all this plotting and manipulations over the past decades in this area revealed itself not to be the hag mother who the three hags, well, the 9 hags totaled, had used a previous known deity in the area, a little local one known as the Mother of Bounties that had faded away. They revived that faith in the religion, however, for the Hag Mother, but under the guise of the Mother of Bounty. But all this plan and plotting seemingly came from another source. This discordant, impossibly chaotic entity um, that only briefly revealed itself after this ritual that had been kicked into place somewhat succeeded. And, well, many lives were likely saved. However, many lives were lost in this area as it did reach through this breach in reality and sucked up the souls and potential energy that was left afloat, let's say, by this ritual of the people that have been killed, sacrificed, and harvested um, in Greenhill. Um, that being said, the conflict with the hags had its own interesting twists and breaking of reality here in Greenhill, as the last 3 sessions, the the menagerie has been dealing with traversing across earth moats, which are literal sections of earth that have been pulled from Greenhill. Some are aloft 20 feet, some are aloft 100 feet up in the air. Um, due to all this chaotic energy and magics, whenever the menagerie were engaging in this conflict, well, wild magic surges were occurring. You don't know what a wild magic surge is? Well, it's basically anything can happen on a table when someone casts a spell, basically. Let's leave it at that. So we had stats being swapped around, we had demons being summoned, we had people going backwards in time, people forgetting who they are, people, I don't remember, we had all these other things, but there was a lot. But one of the hags had a permanent shield on her. Anywho, however, throughout all of this conflict, uh, another force, one that seemingly might be tied to the entity in the rift that was identified as the Mad Titan by, I believe it was Sej, however, maybe not told to the group, um, was the Red Mist. This formless entity that somehow had convinced the hags, likely through previous manipulation, that it needed to be freed. And that's actually how the menagerie met its latest member, Karos, traveling into the ethereal and breaching the crystal that was its prison. Um, this entity of red mist seemingly is tied to the Mad Titan, and in one previous conflict with it, had taken over a vessel a vessel known as Rock. Rock happens to be a member of the Menagerie, and he's done it again. However, before the entity could run too much chaos in the waning moments of battle, the strain of the immense power channeling through Rock's mortal body um, was too much, and with some damage from his allies upon him, and his body being, let's call it, ripped asunder from the inside out, Rock lay unconscious on one of the earth moats, surrounded by a couple of his friends. As the last things that was happening were the aspect that was able to materialize thanks to the wild magic surges of Kodiak, uh, for Dragnar, Bearkin brother, was beginning to approach the still body, well, the sizzling still body of Rock. Anybody got any questions before we get into 90? I keep wanting to say 64 until we get into 94.
I have one small announcement. Happy
Oh.
2-year anniversary to this campaign.
Oh
Shit.
yeah, it is 2 years.
Yeah, it was October 20th of 2019.
Yeah. Aw.
Happy
I wish it could have been.
birthday!
Hell yeah. Happy birthday, everybody. That's not bad. What is that? If it was 52, so it'd be, we've only really truly missed 10 weeks,
Yeah.
which is pretty insanely awesome, guys.
And like
And
we
that's
ran
all that,
stuff on some of those weeks even. So.
yeah, on a lot of those weeks we ran one shots and stuff like that. Very cool. Well, I
So
guess not that there'll
thanks
be
to all
anyone
of
listening.
you. Thank you. Love you guys.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for keeping the awesome schedule. Thanks everybody that's, I know not everyone here is some of the original players, but we've held on to a lot of players for the most part, and the new players are very consistent to the OGs. So we're gonna go character names here. Gustav, forever level 4. We miss you, buddy. Uh, Grant, Marb, Palisor. Well, Jarcy technically, but
Yeah.
Jarcy's one of, and then I think that's it.
I
I'm
mean,
forgetting
Leslie
some.
for an episode or two.
Leslie for a little bit. Yeah, let's not forget
Yeah.
Leslie. So, yeah, guys. Wow, 2 years. And it's kind of fitting. I mean, like, Critical Role started campaign 3 today. Yay! Or, well, technically this week,
Yeah.
right? So kind of cool. And I have not watched yet. This weekend watching.
Did you finish the
Cool.
TI yet?
Same.
Last man.
Nice.
Last man. Didn't get nearly as much watching as I wanted to yesterday and today because very busy, unfortunately. All right. I was about to say let's get rolling, but anyone got anything else?
That's
All right.
cause for celebration. That's cool.
That's exciting. Holy crap.
Everybody levels. That's the celebration.
No, I mean it'll be
Nice.
actually kind of
It's
interesting if
2 levels.
you manage to close out this chapter tonight. Because I thought last session we were closing it out, but no,
Oh yeah.
wild magic,
I
wild magic.
told my wife, I was like, it'll mostly be just us chatting about stuff.
Yeah. Nope. All right. All right. Wow. Yeah, that snuck up on us. 2 years. Holy crap. Damn, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to get in touch with Adzi and see what we can do. Because there's been enough updates, and we don't even have official art for Karos and Sej yet. So
Yep.
I think it's time to dip into the collective wallets and try to get something going. So we'll discuss that later. Okay, cool. All right. I think you guys are 80 some feet in the air if you're on the main moat. So let's see. Orange is, yeah, 80 feet. All right. So with the ritual now being broken for a few, like a minute, maybe a little bit longer, warmth is starting to kind of return to the air around you. The darkness that had consumed and I guess I want to say like blocked out the sun and had replaced it with that false harvest moon is dissipating. And says you especially just instinctively are feeling the warmth of, that it's noon at this point, right? Because the call sign was to get people out around this time, and the ritual had started around, a little bit earlier. So it's not quite noon, but it it's there, and you're starting to breathe it in and feel it. However, as you're breathing it in, you're breathing in the sizzling essence, body of rock who is being ripped asunder by power overwhelming, essentially. For those who know that reference is, it's a good one, trust me. Dragnar, as you are recoiling, retracting your fist from clocking him upside the head, trying to just immobilize him, realize he's over. Your brother managing to be on this plane of existence solely due to the crazy amount of magic in the air starts heavily.
I'll step out of the way when he steps over.
Yeah. And thankfully he's got some sort of like spectral form, so it's just weird. He can be phased in and
Oh
out,
yeah, that's
but
right. But I think I would probably still feel it, and I'd probably still
oh
step out of the way.
yeah, respect that. It's kind of brother. He reeks of madness. His body will not make it.
Is there anything we can do?
it the giant, oversized bear head turns to you, says, "Divine blessings can keep his body whole. He needs the entity inside needs to be removed. Heal him if you can. Patch him up. Not sure how his I smell his psyche breaking."
I'm gonna nod at him. Are we still under the effects of wild magic?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Give me an Arcana check.
First roll, I always forget to pop up my.
You're good. Don't worry. Remember to get your dice or get your whatever. Roll 20 is open. Your D&D Beyond's open. Oh, as a reminder, before I forget. Okay, yeah, Sej, you don't know. This
Yikes.
is not nothing of your realm of expertise. And frankly, your mind is still almost not shattered is not the right word, but it's your mind itself has been just through a lot lately,
Mm-hmm.
especially that most recent flash of apparently the future to come. But real quick as a reminder, Al, remember Wild Magic, you're proficient in everything for like the next, I don't know, 6, 7 rounds. Or not proficient, you roll natural 20s and everything. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it is.
I'm
Uh,
gonna I'm gonna recall my flaming sphere so I get my concentration
just kind
back.
of siphon in that energy and it
And I'm gonna
dissipates.
rush over to his side.
Okay, Kodiak. We'll go ahead and step.
Still eerily silent, I assume.
I will announce to everyone that Rock is down if they want to come up here.
Yeah,
Uh, Interestingly enough, says go ahead and give me a medicine check real quick while you approach his body. And there we go. That's what a cleric's supposed to do. Okay.
That's the run back.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. He's not. It's weird. He, by all means, basically, it would look to use a not a real world analogy. He looks like a vampire that's been in the sun and he's like being blistered and sizzling and ashing away. But he's not dying. His body is able to something, whatever is destroying him is still keeping him alive. If that makes sense. So there's this constant destruction, renewal, destruction, renewal, destruction, renewal going on with the unconscious right now. But he definitely still needs healing. It's just he's not like on death's door. It's really strange. It doesn't make sense in a medical term, in a physical understanding of medicine. It makes sense when crazy amounts of magic is involved.
I'm gonna cure wounds. I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay. Go ahead. Just tell me what level.
First to start, just to see the effects.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys are free to kind of move. Um, you will start to, as Davis is kind of like leaping over to the next tier, kind of climbing up, you will start to all kind of get the sense that some of the, it's not like this massive descent, but some of the earth motes are starting to either wane or wobble a little bit lower as they're starting to get into a fixated place, possibly. Okay. Yeah. So rock.
Quick question
Go.
before we continue. What is the red? I don't remember what this red circle is. I don't remember.
Silence, is it?
Silent.
Oh,
Which, can you cast Cure Wounds?
no. I still can't talk.
That's
Well,
right.
assumingly. I don't know.
Okay. Give me a second. Mhm.
That I'm so glad I asked now.
Yeah, yeah. That I even forgot that for a second. Let's see, what is Kodiak able to do?
I'm gonna look at Kodiak, turn around real quick, and then like point at my mouth.
Okay. Uh, no, this is. And he'll just kind of wander over to the edge and say, "You down there, either Karos or Al, was it? Can you assist? Your friend seems to be temporarily a mute, and your other friend will be non-existent without some intervention."
The hell is going on? Magus, do you have another jump in you? Can we get up there?
Let's see.
The bear just talked to me. Was that a bear?
Spectral bear just talked to you.
That's right,
It
you
was
still have you
huge.
still have amnesia.
Oh, actually, does he have? I forgot that he had amnesia. There's so much that happened. The DM does not remember everything.
Yeah, I'm turning things to
Yes.
rust. Al still has amnesia.
It's fun because the only thing I have to remember is that I don't remember anything.
Yep.
Yeah. You actually might be. Go ahead.
I do have. Yes. As if we're out of initiative or whatever.
hmm
Yep, we can make it. And all. Don't worry. The big bear's fine.
Oh,
Weird
okay.
beard.
Just,
Gruff, but fine.
all right. If we need to kill something, just point it out and we'll take care of it. Let's go.
I'll give a nod and we'll.
It's
Sure.
not better the second time.
It's never better. All right, I'll go ahead. Just wherever you want to land.
And then I'll try to use dispel magic on Sedge.
Hey,
Let's see if
yes.
there's anything I can do to
Yeah,
away.
it should work. Yeah. There you go. As you, I guess you kind of let out some sort of something.
I kind of like closing an eye where it's like seeing with the mind's eye, but also my regular eyes because I don't know what's going on, and try to focus on the glowy magical stuff and tear away at it like I did with the flight spell earlier.
Mhm.
I thought you just like
yeah.
finger guns it. Like, hey.
But,
Oh,
good
God.
find. Good one. Someone's been waiting to use that for a while. I know.
Shit.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love that.
No. With that. Yeah. With that roar, you essentially said there's nothing, and then all of a sudden you get the tail end of the sounds of the roar as the silence effect shatters, and you can hear. And technically, you can speak again because you dispelled the other effect too on you. So you're like, huh? Oh, I can talk.
I'm gonna
Oh.
grab my neck and fall to my knees and just give a good.
Yeah. You
I'm
hear
gonna rush
yourself
over to
inhale.
his side again, and I'm gonna do it again,
Mhm. So the 12,
and actually
you
cure
can,
wounds him with the
yeah,
same roll, I think.
yeah, you're
if
good.
that's okay.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Adam, can I ready an action that if
Mhm.
Rock does something aggressive, I'll intervene?
Yes, sure. So,
With my other hand, I'm going to prepare a spell if that's okay. If we're not on turn.
yeah, you can kind of prepare. Um, as you're preparing your guy, yourselves, Rock, you can go ahead and up your hit points, so you get to heal. However, you're still Rock, you're in a space where there is you in a just in like a hazy darkness, right? And in this void kind of space, there is essentially the creeping red mist kind of swirling around you. You're you in this space. And as it swirls and kind of moves around, you see like thunder and lightning kind of within it. And from time to time, there's this pair of eyes that just kind of manifest, glowing, burning, looking at you, and then fading away. Got any thoughts?
Am I allowed to like interact in this state?
Oh yes, you are you are getting yourself up off your knees and looking around.
But I see what you just described.
Yes, you are not here.
Okay. So the one question is when I say I'm getting up and walking, like, are they seeing me get up and walk around?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Guys. Where is? This is. Oh no. Am I back on the ethereal? Where's my book? I need my book. Do I have my book? No, no book. No book. I don't have my book. I don't have a
As you're looking
pebble.
for your book, yeah, you're looking. No pebble, and you're kind of patting down. No equipment. No gear.
Am I essentially
Nothing.
naked.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Well, this isn't how I remember me. Oh.
Fucking hell. Nice gift. Nice gift.
And it's so I recognize the pink mist though. Like,
Yeah, the reddish pink is swirling.
oh.
The eyes burning. Go ahead.
Who
Go ahead.
who's okay? I see eyes. I don't like eyes.
Mm.
Clearly, you're the thing that's in me. Whatever. Stop doing that. Who are you? Tell me who you are. I don't have any magic right now, but I'll yell at you.
Uh, yeah, essentially a rumbling voice from the cloud, the mist around you. Clearly, 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 clearly. You are not who you know, not what you think you are.
I'm
You
a,
are
um,
a tool. And he's just laughing as he's saying this, kind of swirling around you.
what does that mean? I am who I am. Hi, I'm Rock. I mean, everyone calls me Rock. So hi, I'm Rock. I'm a turtle. I
Are
I
you?
can do magic. Don't know why. Don't know how. And I've got some really powerful friends that are gonna find me and like kick your ass. That's what we do. Spooky voice.
Just swirls around. Doesn't seem to care. You are a vessel.
I'm gonna walk in one direction. I'm just gonna start walking.
Okay. You walk. You breach kind of through the mist, and it, like as your takes you a few moments, and as your vision gets all encompassed by the red mist, you spit out essentially on the other side, and then walk back into the central space where the mist was swirling around you.
Well, that's a neat
You,
trick. All right, fine. You have me. What do
you
you?
can't walk out of your own mind.
Oh, my mind. It's an interesting place.
Yes, I'm going to break it.
No,
I'm going
no,
to
no,
take over.
no, 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 no. I don't. I don't permit that. Get out.
No, I need a physical form.
Like, can I like concentrate real hard and make them leave?
You can try.
I
Go
am
ahead.
concentrating real hard to get them out of my head.
Okay, what are you concentrating on?
I'm like, get out. That's my head. Good. This is me. Shoo, leave.
All right, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
We'll make it an intelligence saving throw. I'll give you a saving throw.
Am I still proficient?
Yeah, well, you were proficient anyways,
This
but
would be like the one time I can think of an intimidation check using your intelligence might ever work.
it's getting to that. Sure.
Intelligence saving throw is
Yeah,
15.
15. Okay. So as you're kind of concentrating on it, you see the rumbling red cloud crackling. It's, for a lack of a better term, it seems to like recoil in some way and get less intense. Say, don't resist. You should never resist.
Well, I'm still concentrating. I'm like I got my like hands like on my like temples, and I'm like, but I'm still talking to him. And I'm like, all right, Mister, don't resist, spooky in my brain guy. Who are you? What do you want with me? Because if you don't tell me, then you're out. And I just like even harder.
Okay. Uh, so as you're kind of focusing, putting your hands to your temple and thinking, uh, lightning essentially starts to crackle and discharge and like strikes by your feet, strikes near you, strikes the area around you a few times. But you're unflinching, focusing in. Um, and you just kind of start to feel the presence of that entity wane in some way. You're not quite sure how, but you almost start to feel the entity itself in a sense snap in a way, and going from somewhat reasonable discussion, talking in a normal way, just starts to cackle. Reason's gone. I'm just gonna brute. Force this, man. I tried to be nice. I tried to be. Oh, fuck you. Go ahead and give me another intelligence saving throw. I don't get the gift. What's the gift? What's this gift?
The wizard from Conan.
Yes, yes, yes,
Great,
yes, yes.
not great. I'm just trying to determine if it's a 7 or a 1. It's the 7 at least.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
11.
11. Okay.
But while like as soon as it starts talking like that, can I be like, hey, whoa, can the other one come back now? I don't like you.
That's all you get. All right, jumping over to the other side to give CJ a moment to think. Uh, so yeah, the healing takes in effect. You kind of see his body, some of the blisters, let's call it, kind of start to heal over. However, he's not coming to in a way that you're expecting him to. He's still face down, not bleeding out, but face down, just kind of unconscious in a way. Anyone got anything? Oh, I realize music's not going.
Uh,
Music.
I'm a pat Carlos on the shoulder and say to him, Al Car, Magus, and point to Rock. Is that who the bear said needed help?
Yeah,
Al just looks really concerned.
He's got something taking over him. It happened once before. We beat him till he knocked out. It kind of went away, but now it's back. Leapt out of another body.
Okay.
Possession kind of a thing. Red ghost, maybe? Shrug.
We don't want to be possessed anymore. All right, I'll see what I can do. Um, let's give it a go. And I was gonna start walking on over.
Sure. You guys don't necessarily have to move your tokens unless you feel like it. We get what's
I'm
going
getting
on.
up. I'm getting up
Mhm.
here. I'm gonna kneel down. I'll have like one awkward glance at Sedge, but avoid eye contact and look back over like I don't know who this guy is. What's going on? Is he still 3 feet tall?
Yes,
Oh
he's
shit!
still
I
a
forgot
he's
about
still a
that.
tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Small offend.
Small elephant. That's what it was. Small elephant.
Who let this child onto this battlefield?
Swolefant to
It's a
small.
small offend. That's right.
Yeah, he did.
um, and I want to try and
Swolefant
figure
went
out.
away. I don't know.
Did
The
it? Oh no.
Swolefant and stuff like that, I think got reversed because I got reversed to
Yeah, no,
like
no,
before the
Right.
fight.
you did, but then you got smallified.
Yeah, yeah. That sticks.
Ooh-wee.
That's
I mean,
So
it'll
much
probably go
passion.
away eventually too, but
We can hope.
yeah.
small is the least of problems right now. We got a dying thing.
A thing.
Mhm.
A
Tell
thing
me
that's
about it.
dying right here. Alright.
So I'm kneeling next to this turtle, and
Mhm.
I want to try and see how I can fix it. What's the root of this problem? Why is
Okay,
he possessed?
go ahead and give me an Well, yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
23.
Nice. All right, so this individual, this turtle, um, yeah, like so the same visual, like he's smoking in a sense. His body is severely burned and blistered. You see like fissures in his skin that are being healed from him channeling so much power of this entity, and you understand that this was an extreme toll on his body. Something you notice on his back, though, now, is these glowing. It's weird to approach it from someone that doesn't know what's going, doesn't know this. So someone that has amnesia, he's got these glowing eh, glyphs, like engraved. It looks incredibly painfully engraved deep into his shell. Like every scale or of his carapace, right, has like some sort of intricate design of glyphs and etchings into its shell. That when you take a step back with a 23 and you kind of not step, but lean your head back and you see the whole picture, they all connect and make this fascinating mathematical formula essentially on this individual's back that relates to something along the lines of a 23 that relates to something that is a copy of something. You don't know what, but somehow you know that this is some sort of depiction, equation of how this copy of something came into existence. And as you're watching and kind of putting that in, you're starting to see some of the glow fade and some of the etchings are almost like before your eyes starting to fade away as well. Like it's like watching like like a deep inset like scar all of a sudden start being like reverse scarred, essentially healing. Doesn't look natural.
Okay. Is he still otherwise deteriorating away at the same pace? Do I notice any
Uh,
difference with that?
yeah. So you kind of see the same thing where Sedge got, where there's deterioration, but then there's some other force that's keeping him from basically being blown away as ash. Like there's something that's still keeping him together, but there's still a lack of um lack of life or whatever. Like he's still in a very dangerous and life-threatening state.
Okay. I'll kind of direct towards Sedge. I'll share that information. The shell, it's disappearing. These etchings, it's fading. Do you know if they're good or evil? Why he has them? Uh,
They're slow. Like some of them are very slowly. It's like when you imagine, like, I don't know, like the best way I can think of it is like if you were to watch, I don't know, like a wood carving video and you're watching it in reverse, right? But like 1.25 speed, you're seeing it kind of fill back in and everything.
I'll chime
uh,
in, butt in, and I'll just say, Al, don't you remember we went to the maze, and that's when he got him, buddy?
is
Yeah.
Give me a religion check, Al.
is that still a 23?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Do I
yeah,
still have the
yeah,
X?
yeah. Yeah. So what is it? 23.
Yeah.
Okay, so the maze, by context, you understand what he's talking about. It is the unformed maze. How you know the unformed maze? You don't know how you know the unformed maze.
People don't
Um,
go there. What the hell's this guy talking about?
yeah.
Yeah, who is
People
this
don't
guy?
go there. People don't go in and out of there. However, these are not from the maze.
I'll okay, I'll share that with Davis. These whatever you're talking about with the maze, these can't be from the maze. That's not. They don't share that origin.
So I'll look at Rock,
Um,
and did the symbols that were on? So is he talking about the symbols on a shell or like somewhere else?
No, no,
the shell.
the ones that were exposed after the maze. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like, well, that's when they showed up. Uh, if they came from somewhere else, I don't know where, but I mean, that's how you got a little older. I got a little younger. It was all sorts of weird stuff happened. I just assumed that's where that came from.
Owl's actively avoiding eye contact, kind of like, what is?
This guy's insane.
I'm a little busy. What's going on? Um, and he'll share with Sedge. Uh, it also feels like some kind of other force is keeping them together. There's multiple things at play here. I don't know. I don't know what though.
I gave
Uh,
him some for the time being, but he's at the end of his tether. Still, he's barely holding on, but whatever's holding him seems to be losing track. Al, I need you to pick me up and put me on him.
I
I'm gonna look
I,
around a
I'm
little
gonna
bit.
lift my hands up like a child, like pick me up.
I
love
mean,
it.
I'll take care of that. I think. Like
It
I look
doesn't
at
matter.
Al's scrawny frame, and I'm just like, I got it.
We're
I,
in a hurry regardless.
Sure, and then I'll just pick you up immediately and direct you. Like, where do you want to go?
On top of his forehead.
Oh, okay.
Um, as you're kind of getting lifted and everything, Kodiak will say, there is another something is keeping him together. Can I get all of you? Yeah, all of you, give me perception checks. Fucking Al with I was gonna say Tej, Al, and Davis because you're so close, it would be at advantage. So Al, just give me a +5 on top of whatever you roll.
does my stuff expire yet? How long do I have?
This is you probably have about 1 or 2 more checks.
Okay, so +5 on top of okay.
It's very hot.
Uh,
I know.
It's close to 30, I imagine, if not more.
with
Probably
a
more.
+5, it's 34.
There you go.
34. Okay. Anyone with a above a 20. So Dregnar says Al. I don't know if Suki's still here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
A porcine
Yep.
perception.
Foresee.
Yep. A pigception check.
Okay, yeah. So Yeah, so the guy, yeah, so Davis, you're focusing on lifting the small the small offend
And I'm
up.
also trying to keep contact minimal because like whenever I touch things, they tend to start get brittle.
That's right.
So
Okay.
I'm like kind of doing it pretty quickly, like yee, but gingerly.
Says you wear some sort of like robe, right? Or like what's your
Yeah.
exterior attire, right? Are you hair and
It's
pants?
like real light fabric for a top, and then like the like pants. You
Okay.
remember?
Your as you get lifted, your shirt, your light fabric shirt becomes heavy and like it doesn't move, it doesn't breathe anymore. It's turning into rusted copper. Like you're wearing like this little thin, brittle shell of rusted copper.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
But that doesn't affect your skin because you're living in organic. Uh, but your shirt's no more. Basically, it's gonna rust away. Um, but Al says there's someone else that rolled high. Dragnar. The piece of coral around Rock's neck is emitting light energy. And will jump to Rock inside your head while we're figuring out letting now them digest what's going on. All right, Rock, in the swirling darkness that is your mind with the red mist that seems to be waning in some way, cackling and getting more and more crazy and insane. Uh, he's like, I'm to bring, I'm to bring them Titan's will. You will be the one. They shall die. All shall die. The world shall
Hey,
suffer.
no. Whoa, hey, no, no dying. Stop. Where's the other one? You're crazy. I.
I am.
Right.
We are.
Let's
We are.
establish some
Shame.
ground rules. We're in my head. Your little lightning and fire show. Don't scare me. I can do that too. Just not in my head. But I can do that too, and I will do that. I'll show you. But just like, let's calm down and let's talk. What do you want? And don't say kill everybody. We're not doing that. Hello?
Is it chaos?
Spooky Mist Voice?
You not hear me?
No, I
Hello?
didn't. No, I didn't
You
hear you
cut
there.
out.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I did. Okay. He just said chaos, like instant, like reaction.
He said the word chaos.
Yeah. What do you want? Chaos.
Oh, that's. I mean, travel with our group. We have lots of that.
Mm. Chaos on a scale that would sunder the world. Chaos that would make
I,
him happy.
would him saying any of this trigger like any like um uh so chaos? So like and above my knowledge of religions and stuff, would this trigger
Sure.
anything for me?
Yeah, you can give me a religion check if you want. I appreciate you actually asking. Very well done. Yeah, religion check. See if anything sparks in your head.
That is a.
You're still proficient in everything. Remember.
Yeah, I'm already proficient in religion though.
Okay, got it.
15.
15. What did you see? The last thing you saw was you were asleep. I can't remember if you were awake when the moon shattered.
When the moon
You were.
shattered.
Yeah, you were. You were still awake, I think,
Yeah.
before because the figure. He's talking about the Mad Titan. 15. Go ahead and give me an insight check on the mist.
Uh, that's 16.
16. Okay. So as he's like swirling and trying to, win essentially, um, you're starting to like get the sense, the feeling of what this entity is, and he starts to, rather than you like start to understand, he starts to just kind of crack in and give more information than he's given before, and he's like, when he's asked, "What do you want, Chaos? What do you want to bring in the Titan's will?" He's like, "Is materia needs to be broken. Materia needs to be set asunder. Materia's too much order, too much structure. There needs to be madness. There needs to be. As the herald, I must bring it. As the herald, it is my duty. I have been locked up in prison too long. The bitches forgot. The bitches didn't understand. They made me free. Now I must bring his will in." He's the herald of the Mad Titan.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you on that.
Mm.
I don't think Rock knew ahead of time that he was different from the hags. Like, I don't, yeah. So, hey, when you say the bitches, do you mean the hags? Like, are you? We didn't like them either. Maybe we're on the same side. Maybe we can work together. If you've been locked away a really long time, you seem a little crazy. Maybe you just need some time to adjust to things. And maybe not inside of me, please.
I have no form. I need a form. I can't do things without a form. You're a vessel.
This form's taken. I'm in it. There's no room for two of us. You go
Yes, I'm going to shove you out. You're going to be disjointed. You're going to be the one without a body. You're going to fade away.
that creeped me out. So I'm gonna be like, we did this once before, and um um Caden, Caden, buddy, I'm on my book. Oh god, I'm Nick. I don't even have my coral in my book. Like all of it's gone because I'm in my head, I guess.
As you're thinking about your coral necklace appears.
Ah, I'm not alone in here. I'm going to grab that like two hands, just like clutch that, and I'm gonna
Okay.
be like, hey, it was Beulah, I believe.
Buna. Yeah.
Buna, yes, I'm gonna be like Buna. I don't know if you're some crazy super magical being too, and I just never realized it. But if you are, now would be a good time to yeah, help, please.
Buna. What kind of name is Buna? And as he's like laughing and crackling at the name, that symbol that you're clutching, glows, and you're clutching it. How hard are you clutching it?
White knuckled, like
Yeah, okay. So it's piercing your skin because it's still a sharp piece of coral.
that's okay.
So yeah. So as you're like clutching it and like the blood in your mindscape begins to kind of drip and you're focusing in and trying to tune out the cackling voice, you start to hear kind of as if like a water faucet had just the little leakiest drip, like, and you're focusing in on that, and that's your blood kind of dripping onto this floor, essentially, if there was a floor here. And as you kind of, that's all you can focus on and hear. We'll be right back, and we'll go jump to the guys on the other side.
Oh, you're evil.
I know, it's fun.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, his symbol is his coral necklace, which I think some of you know that it's his holy symbol, but is glowing.
I personally wouldn't know that. They might.
You saw it.
Yeah, because you're
I definitely would
teabagging
see
me
it
right now.
glowing, that's for sure.
Yeah, give me a religion check, Sedge, because you're probably gonna piece it together.
Gosh. Everything that I'm proficient in, once again, I just roll terribly.
No, that's fine. You only needed a 10. You're fine. So yeah,
Oh.
whoa, your friend has her holy symbol. What?
Doesn't he use a spell book though?
You what? So yeah, you never realized that Sedge had or that Rock had a holy symbol, but that his necklace is the equivalent of a holy symbol. Why does a
What a,
wizard have a holy symbol? Yeah.
what a strange friend. I'm gonna uncork a miniaturized bottle of holy water and take a dab of it with my thumb and press it really hard into his forehead and do ceremony.
Oh, okay. That's a first level spell that we don't get to see very often.
Oh my god, Angie's not here.
I know, he's gonna be so disappointed.
he, he took that spell as soon as he could and wanted to wed several of us as many times as he possibly could.
It's a
He's like,
nightly ritual.
hey, you guys want to get married? Hey, you want to get married?
Oh, Grant, we miss you. Okay,
Actually,
okay, so
I'm
yeah,
gonna message him on Steam right now.
I'm
yeah,
doing atonement for alignment, just in case it works.
could,
Kind of just shooting ideas.
yeah, let me, actually, I just need to look up the spell. It's been a while since I've, Jones, I cannot see what I'm searching, and
I
D&D
copy
Beyond search is
pasted, but
so
it's literally like a
terrible.
book.
Yeah, I know. Sarah mode. Sorry. The one thing I wish D&D Beyond would remake is their search. Because I typed in like ceremony with like one misspelled letter and it took me to curses.
Same thing.
Like, what?
That's accurate.
Atonement. You touch a willing creature. You touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed. Oh, wow. Oh, hello. Oh, huh. Casting time 1 hour. All right.
Wait, really? Oh,
No, you're fine.
I,
You're fine.
it says
It,
it said instant, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with it regardless.
yeah, no, I get that. I can appreciate that.
If I cast haste on Sedge, can we do it in 59 minutes?
Well, see, there's something here that like it's called. Give me 1 second. I need to set something.
I'm performing a ritual on your forehead. Don't move.
Don't move.
So,
That's why I'm teabagging you.
yeah, no, you know what? You know, like, yeah. So the idea of what you want to do is there. So we'll use a little bit of the rule of cool here. So Saj, as you're kind of going in, just instinctively going for this, and then you realize that it's going to take a long time, and you press that your thumb to his forehead. What should take an hour happens in like an instant, thanks to, we'll just say, the divine play of some force that you don't understand that's happening. Uh, that light that is being emitted from the coral uh, becomes essentially blinding. So Sej, Al, you two are immediately around Rock, are blinded just by the light. Davis, it's really hard to see. Dragnar, all of you guys like are shielding your eyes as the light kind of crescendos, essentially, for lack of a better term. I know it's not audio. Forgive me. Sej, you're able to somehow get this atonement spell portion of the what should be a ritual ceremony kicked in. And then I guess we get to jump over because you kind of triggered something. So good job. Rock, the dripping. You start like you kind of open your eyes and look down and you see where your blood is kind of dripping onto the floor. It starts to light start to start to emit out of the little droplets to the point of where it becomes in this space illuminated like a you know high afternoon on your coastline beach where you grew up, and it is bright, it is warm, it is sunny, yet this swirling crowd is like and just like starts to retract back and starts to amass rather than swirling around you, just amasses and focuses itself into a vaguely humanoid shape some 30 feet away from you, essentially giving you like this death glare. What would you like to do?
Mr. Harold, sir, I know that you want to take me over and you want to destroy the world, and I don't travel alone. I have friends and I have things I believe in, and like clearly I don't know what's going on right now. I look down, I squeezing more and more blood just comes out, and I'm shaking because I'm terrified. Like you don't get to come inside of me again like this. This ends here and now, and you don't get to take over the world because me and my friends will find and stop you. This isn't how this story ends. Um, like I said, I don't travel alone. I have powerful friends too, and I don't just mean the ones waiting for me in the middle of a battlefield, probably all beat up. And I got a little bird. It's pretty badass. So you can just stop and you can just go away now. And I'm gonna go towards this like I'm gonna go home, and you're gonna just go, and that's how this goes. So do that.
um, you know what? As Danny alluded to, go ahead and give me that intelligence intimidation check,
Nice.
because it is your mind.
How does that work?
So if you're whatever your so it'd be essentially instead of using your charisma for intimidation, you would use your intelligence. However, you're proficient in everything right now still, thanks to the wild magic. So proficiency plus intelligence.
Plus the roll.
Okay, so the +8 then.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
25.
Nice.
Christ. So as the herald retracts back, and you see again that loosely humanoid form crackling within the mist, the energy dispersing. And you'll hear a voice, an older female's voice, saying, "Oh, if it isn't sweet old kelp breath with another story, you freaky red mist thing don't belong." And you see essentially in your mindscape's little vision, it's old lady Buna walking towards you with the same necklace that you have on. She's like, "Honey, you need to cover up." And you kind of bashfully look down and like look back up, and all your clothes is back on. And you swirling pile of red craziness, don't belong. You're gonna shoo, and you're gonna be gone, and you're gonna leave my sweet little rock here alone, because otherwise there's gonna be more trouble to be had. Ain't that right? And she looks at you and smiles. Rock, do you do anything?
Well, first of all, so like the whole naked thing, I like half tucked my head in myself,
Mm-hmm.
like to hide. But then as she's telling him that, I'm like, see, yo, hey, ha, ha, I got friends. You're going bye bye. I got friends. I was right. You suck. We'll find you. You stay away. And oh my god, hi. Thank you. I missed you. I loved your stories, and thank you for this coral. And um, you're more than I thought. Why is everybody more than I thought? And like, everybody's so powerful.
Honey, you're more than you realize. And she leans in, gives you a little kiss on the forehead, turns to the red mist and says, "You almost got the same color red as him." And then she just starts walking forward, and you kind of see the light. She starts to just glow that intense, bright, obnoxious light. Go ahead, Rock. Is it Rock or is it Sej that gets to make the roll? You make a roll. Okay, Sej, go ahead and roll me a Wisdom Insight check at advantage.
Oof.
Hey, the advantage did the thing. It needed to be a DC 20 according to the spell. So,
Curse myself. I'm ultra proficient, like I said.
yeah. you. So the visual scape here. On in your mind, Rock, what you see is old lady Buna, just strutting towards the red mist, her back turned towards you, and as you're watching, she just begins to illuminate and light up and glow, and it becomes to the point where it's blinding, and you have to like cover your eyes, but you hear the herald screaming in agony as it's being like forcefully removed from your psyche, from your body, from this possessed state. On the outside, as that blindness subsides, says you're just instinctively with a tiny little small hand pressing your thumb as hard as you can into Rock's forehead to the point where you don't realize how hard you're doing it, and you just Rock's body just begins to kind of convulse, twitch, and then he just exorcist style just sits up, and then and the red mist just begins to pour out from his mouth in this column of what would be black smoke, but in this case, red mist being forcefully ejected out of Rock. And this entity of mist super quickly, just as it's expelled out, swirls, looks like you get the sense that it looks towards the group and then just flies off somewhere quickly. Like we're talking, 150, 200 feet in a round. And then Rock's body just kind of pops back, eyes closed.
I'll go over and with the backs of my hands attempting to circumvent this bullshit, just kind of like slap his cheeks, like, "Hey, you okay? I think we got it. You good?"
Am I? Am I there?
You start to feel the tap, tap, tap. You're good? You're
I think
Buddy?
he launched me into Al.
good?
Am
However,
I able to like jump up, or do I have
you hurt all of it.
elephant
But
weights on
I'll
me?
say, no, no, he's tiny. So, like, he's been shoved back. So,
Oh,
as you
that's
kind of,
right. I placed a little baby elephant on him. I
Well, I
forgot.
thought you were saying this whole time he was getting teabagged because he's giant. It's a lot
ooh,
better that he's tiny. I forgot.
yeah. So, real quick, if you look at the GIF that CJ posted, exactly that. That's pretty spot on.
Just paint it
Yes,
red, and that's about it.
just red, and a little bit of crackling lightning in there. That's perfect. Nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I
Sedge gets launched as you kind of. God damn, your gift game is too strong today, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I wish. Okay, that's really good.
You hear
Okay, sorry.
Sedge go?
Yes.
I
Okay.
I set up in full at this point terror mode because I still not. I've got like claws out and I'm just blindly like, whoa, hey, what? Stop! And I'm slashing and
Mhm.
yeah, just who's touching me?
It's me. It's me.
And then
It's me.
Funny.
We're good. Hey.
I open my eyes and I guess
See
I would see
friends.
Davis.
Yeah, you would see your friends.
Yeah, I stop and I just try to reach out and touch your face.
It's
Are
pretty.
you
A
are
little bit.
you or are you in my head too?
Davis is misting like crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably misty, but like, I'm actually not super misty because I've healed up some,
Okay.
but I'm right around half health. But yeah,
Okay.
a little misty.
Uh, but you let me touch you?
Yeah, of course.
Are you
Yeah,
Davis? You're misty.
yeah.
I don't
No,
like
no.
mist.
Are you you? Is the real question.
I had an experience that. Wait, Buna? I look around. Buna? Buna?
Who?
Tweet, tweet. My Pebble comes over when I say Buna? I grab Pebble if she lets me.
You like grab her or like
Yeah, I
just
full on like two hand like grab like and try to
yeah,
like
sure.
hold it.
Yeah.
like cover her, and like I'm not gonna like splat her, but I grab her and I'm like, and I turn away from Davis, and I hold Pebble, and I just very, very, very quietly just say thank you.
Softest little tweet.
Did you change Pebble's name to Buna?
No, what? No, it's Pebble. What are you talking about? Just are you? I'm looking around. Is it still like the elephants? The elephants said just small, and is everybody still really messed up?
Uh, yeah, much of the chaos is still here. As you're kind of starting to look around, you all kind of feel again, kind of the earth modes kind of, they're kind of shifting and settling. Kind of, some of them are dropping. Again, when I say dropping, not like free fall dropping, but kind of lowering themselves a little bit. But rock, the sun is out. The dark sky is gone.
I I walk to Davis or by Davis. Okay, you're not right. And then I look at wherever the sedge flew off to, and I'm like, yeah, that's not right either. I just look at everybody, and I'm just like, none of you are right. This is right. I I'm looking at myself. I'm right. We
Uh,
gotta be.
no. Well, how are you looking? What are you looking at?
I just look down at like my hands and like my front ish.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Everything seems normal there,
Like
except
I'm
for the fact
right.
that you're like kind of like blistered and.
Um. Yeah. Oh, it really hurts. And is there still a bear?
Yeah, he's doing like that classic grizzly bear, just sitting there, just kind of watching.
I met you before, right,
Mm,
bear friend? You're magical. Am I? Is this? Is this now? Am I back?
you're back.
Uh, I was gonna
Okay.
Go
walk
ahead.
over. Um, I'm wrong. We're wrong. What? You were the one deteriorating a minute ago. Are you? What? Are you in pain? Do you need any help? How do you feel?
What now? Deteriorate when I start like craning my neck behind. Do I look? Am I deteriorating?
No, but when you look, some of because correct me if I'm wrong, but you did like make sketchings of your shell and kind of like impressions and all that, trying to study, if I remember right. You did do that, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So even though you're not like looking at it fully, you're still able to kind of see, and not all of it is covered by the materials that you have. Something's missing. Like part of the etching, like on one part of the shell here and here, like it seems to be not what you remember it. And since you have such a ridiculously high intelligence, you easily pick up on the differences.
Okay, I'm not right. None of this is right. Can everything just become right? And I just sit down, tired, pain. I stare at things. Do I see my staff? Am I on my
Yeah,
platform in the
It was
staff?
over here
yeah,
somewhere. I don't remember if
right
anybody
around here.
grabbed it.
Nope.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna just looking around and see it, and I'll be like, that's mine. That looks right. And I'm just gonna walk over and grab it.
Okay.
Um,
Guys, I think we at least have our rock back. This seems about right.
and then listening to Davis, I'm just gonna walk. So we're 80 feet up in the air.
Less
At
than
this
that now.
point, less than that, probably about 60 or so, as it's been kind of shifting and wobbling, descending.
I'm
Uh,
gonna, I'm gonna just walk to the edge and fall off.
okay.
I know that I have my cape to keep me
Uh
safe,
huh.
so I'm
No, I
gonna,
get you.
No, I looted his body.
Ah!
Speed looting. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and just do this then real quick. Uh,
Yeah, now I definitely know
How
we have our rock back.
how fast does the cape deploy? I would be looking over the edge. And
within like he could, it's like a free action. He can just kind of if he wants to do it. All right. Or is it a reaction? Does it say on the thing? I
I
think it's
well, it depends on how high up we are. Because if we're say like 60 feet, I'll let myself It doesn't happen automatically. I can control it.
Yeah, you can decide to let it glide you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna like fall like say 20 feet before I let it glide.
Okay. Al,
I
it's like
I
within
want
a
the feel
second.
of like not. I want normal.
Yeah, Al, it's within a second. Because keep in mind, like by rules, I think you fall 120 to like 200 feet in a
No,
6 seconds.
500.
500 feet, yeah, 6 seconds. That's right. Yeah. So like it's within a second. He's and then he glides about 20 feet out. Yeah.
Whew.
Oh,
We're
and
fine.
I did miss one thing from earlier. Sorry. Said shield me. I didn't get a number on that.
Well,
12. Okay, thank you.
Correct.
so
Face down, I'm reeling from being launched. I'm gonna say I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, what did you do? I've never seen whatever that incantation was before.
A little bit of faith, that's it. And a little bit of holy water as well. That
Okay.
probably helped.
First he's dematerializing, then he's floating away. I need a nap. Oh,
I think
shit.
we all do.
I'm gonna
I'd like
I'll
to.
walk back towards Karos.
I'd like to include Rock in, because I can give us a quick. Give me 10 minutes. I can kind of get us right for a little bit. But I'd like, Rock to be with us. He needs it most of all, I think. So, and then I'm just gonna start scrambling down.
I'm almost tapped, but I still have a little bit left in me if need be. I, I'm gonna nod at Rock. Are you there, buddy?
Rock's down, like, off the map almost at this point.
he's he's down. He's down here.
Oh,
He jumped and then
Yeah,
caped down.
let me know when I've landed in.
Oh yeah, you land within a turn within 6 seconds.
Is there anybody around? Anybody at all? Anybody
Uh,
hurt? Any
Give me a
civilians still left?
perception check.
Oh, that's pretty good. 21.
21. All right, give me 1 second. I need to say something. It's quiet and destroyed around here. You're seeing the rocks formations floating in the air. You see uh where the ground is fissured and the river Sly is kind of flowing in. You see a smoldering, oozing corpse of a demon that has recently died. Um, but there's no body else besides you and your friends here.
There's. But we're close to the river? Like, I'm. Oh,
No, so if you remember, hey Pompoin, come on in, buddy. So if you remember, part of the effects, the sundering, the shaking, the tearing of this area, allowed for the river Sly to kind of fill in the grooves and the gaps because Green Hill itself is basically built upon the river.
is any of it big enough to swim in?
Sure, why not?
I strip down and I just go into the water and I just float.
Okay. As like Davis, as you're going down, what everyone else is doing, but you just kind of see Rock off to the distance. A spaloosh. Ah.
Karos looks over at Al and is like, I'd like to say I know that he does stuff like this a lot, but I haven't known him that long.
It's getting weirder by the minute.
Agreed.
Ragnar, your brother Kodiak will say, well, it seems he's okay. You have dispatched of, well, another threat. He's kind of like looking over at the dead Zarya.
I
I
know
don't.
it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't feel that I will be remaining much longer.
Well, I know that it taxes you being on this realm, so I'm just glad to be able to see you again and that you could see that I avenged your death.
You did well, little brother. Keep protecting them. And
As
then
you taught me.
he's gonna start walking over towards the claw. And then as he starts kind of walking, you just see his form start to kind of just subtly fade away.
And because that happened, I'm going to walk over and I'm going to pull the claw out because I believe it's a way to contact him.
Yep. So you might as well just add a like Kodiak's claw or something into your inventory. Just make sure it's
Okay.
there. Okay. So if you guys don't mind, let's go ahead and take a quick little break. Let's call it. Be back at 30 past the hour. Does that sound good to everybody?
Sure.
Cool. All right. See you guys.
Yeah, I got a quick question for you, Adam, before you run off. But I got a private message.
Oh, sure. Discord, I'm assuming.
Yeah.